After being diagnosed with stage 3 cancer, I was given a 39% chance of surviving to just 5 years. But here I am, cancer-free 8 years later. In this video, I'm showing you exactly what my daily routine looks like to fight cancer. This is gonna surprise you. So many of these strategies you can start to use today. Let me break my day down for you into 3 parts: morning, afternoon, and evening. I'm walking you through step by step. And the last thing I do every day, well, this is gonna lower your risk of a cancer recurrence by more than 50%. So stick around to the end for that. Okay, let's dive in, starting in the morning. The food you eat is the foundation of your cancer recovery, but also of your overall health. It's really tough to ignore both the positive and the negative impacts that your food has on your body and on your risk of a cancer recurrence. My daily routine starts with breakfast. Actually, scratch that. It starts before breakfast. First thing in the morning, I wake up and I have a glass of water. Some of the lung cancer symptoms you're currently being challenged with could be worsened by dehydration. It's so simple, but hardly anyone's doing it. All night, you've been sweating and not drinking anything. So wake up and have a glass of water. Next, I have my coffee because it's delicious and I love it. Nothing really cancer fighting here. I do add only a splash of low-fat milk to my coffee instead of heavy creamer. Heavy creamer with high-fat dairy could actually increase your risk of a cancer recurrence, especially in women. Okay, now on to breakfast. My kids get settled in for breakfast and then I make something for myself. So many cancer survivors just skip breakfast altogether, or they just have coffee, which is not breakfast, by the way. But you really need to have breakfast if you want to recover your energy as a cancer survivor. For my breakfast, I most commonly have overnight oats. This is a scoop of protein powder, a serving of oatmeal, and a splash of low-fat milk. I mix this all up, throw some fruit on top, and put it in the fridge overnight. When I wake up in the morning, it's all prepared and ready to go. No prep for those busy mornings. Now, oatmeal and fruit are gonna have a ton of fiber. And we know that in cultures that eat higher amounts of fiber, they actually have lower cancer rates. You want that same benefit for sure. Unfortunately, in North America, we are just not eating enough fiber in our diet. So we need to address this by bumping up the fiber. By adding berries on top, we're also including more antioxidants. Another key component to staying cancer-free, but more on that in a little bit. Then once the kids are off, I start my day with some movement. Each morning, I walk outside for 40 minutes. Because I work from home, I treat this like my morning commute. It allows me to be out in the sun, clear my head, and prepare for my day. Each day, I walk 10,000 steps. We know that people who walk at least 8,000 steps per day, they actually live longer. They die less from any reason, not just cancer. So as an overachiever, I'm typically aiming for 10,000 steps a day. Now, during my morning walks, I also wear a weighted vest. You can use a vest or ankle or wrist weights, whatever works best for you. A weighted vest during a walk is actually a really efficient way to get in both low intensity cardio and strength training. One of the most effective ways to lower your risk of a cancer recurrence is by using targeted exercise. But targeted exercise must include both low intensity cardio and strength training. It doesn't need to happen at the same time, but you do need to get both in throughout the week. To maximize my time, I wear a weighted vest. This also helps me burn more calories during my walk. So if you're wanting to drop weight or maintain a healthy body weight, this might be a good addition for you. I'll put the direct link below to the exact weighted vest that I wear. Okay, but once I get back from my walk, I sit down and I get to work. Maybe this is like you, but I have a desk job. I spend the majority of my day sitting at a desk. In the morning, I focus my time in doing deep work, because it's the morning time that I'm personally the most productive. Anything that I really want to focus on or get done for the day, I try to schedule in the morning. But in the afternoon, I shift my work after lunch. Let me show you more about that. But first, what I eat for lunch. I personally prefer a lighter lunch. This is my personal preference, but it doesn't need to be yours. For lunch, I'm aiming for at least 30 grams of protein. Today, I'm having tuna salad. We don't have many groceries today, but I also don't want to spend a bunch of time making my lunch. But we do always have tuna in the pantry. By eating a can of tuna, I'm getting 24 grams of protein. Then I'm gonna add a little bit more protein to this salad. Plus, I'm gonna pair this with a ton of vegetables. Eating a more plant-forward diet is key to staying cancer-free. This will lower your risk of a cancer recurrence. Now, this doesn't mean that you need to be a vegetarian. I'm clearly not a vegetarian, but you do want to eat more vegetables. For lunch, I'm going to have a ton of veggies with this tuna. I'm adding in 2 different types of lettuce and more vegetables. And of course, I'm gonna have a glass of water. Plus, on this salad, I'm gonna add in pumpkin seeds, which are loaded with protein, and nutritional yeast, which is a great way to add some flavor and some protein to a salad. Now look, in this video, I'm showing you what one day looks like for me as an 8-year cancer survivor. This is an amazing place to start, and it will make a big difference. But the truth is what matters the most is what you consistently do over days, weeks, and months, even years. That means you're gonna need more than just one day to build out your cancer-free life. That's why I'm including a link below to the 30-day anti-cancer plan. This is 30 days of meals, exercise, and mindset work to help you stay cancer-free. I'm linking that up below. Okay, and then after lunch, I spend some time working while walking on my walking pad. Obviously, the type of work you do while you're walking can't be something that needs deep concentration. So while I'm on my walking pad, I like to take meetings that I'm listening to only. Or I might be doing some social media work, all while I'm getting in some low intensity cardio throughout my day. By the time I finish my workday, I'm typically around 7,500 steps. Now, this next step is a big piece that many cancer survivors overlook in staying cancer-free. It's mindset work. What you focus on becomes more of your reality. For me, I want to ensure that my thoughts and my mindset are aligned with cancer recovery and staying cancer-free. I use a couple of different strategies to ensure that I have a cancer freedom mindset. The first is that I write down any intrusive thoughts about cancer. If you feel like an ache in your back and you automatically think that cancer's coming back, I write that down. The truth is that's very unlikely to be true. But because you've been diagnosed with cancer, your brain is conditioned to expect that. So when I have a thought like this, I quickly write it down. I keep a notepad at my desk for this exact reason. If you start with awareness, just identifying the thought, then you can progress to understanding. And understanding involves writing it down. Then you can start to dissociate and recondition yourself. This is truly how you start to unload the fear around a cancer recurrence. So don't get me wrong here. This is not a comfortable process. It stinks. Emotionally, it's really rough, but you will be so much better in the long run once you get these thoughts outside of your head and onto paper. Many cancer survivors mistakenly think that being cancer-free for longer will help them be free of the fear of recurrence. For example, if you're cancer-free for 1 year or 5 years, then you'll stop being so scared that your cancer is going to come back. This is not true. Cancer is not the root of the problem. Fear is the root. You need to focus on and dissolve the fear. That is how you become truly free from cancer. Now, for me, I can honestly say that I do not think about my cancer coming back. It's not something that crosses my mind ever. Okay, but on to supper time. Here's what the supper menu looks like for an 8-year cancer survivor. Today, things were really busy, like really crazy. We're basically out of groceries and there's no time to prepare anything. But let's be real, we all have these days. I want to show you exactly what I do when life throws a curveball. Tonight, we're having chicken salad. I picked up both a rotisserie chicken and a prepared salad from the grocery store. I also got some veggies and some dip for the kids. Now, a lot of people might turn to fast food or takeout if they're having a really crazy and busy day, but this is an alternative for you. Now, rotisserie chicken can be kind of high in sodium. I get that. But it's also a good option with a lot of protein to add in once in a while. Plus, you can pair it with some veggies, and that's a perfect meal for a cancer survivor that's in a pinch. Okay, with supper and family time done, the kids are off to bed. So I need to fit in some strength training for the day. Now, the ideal amount of strength training is twice a week. I do add in the weighted vest, which is a good place to start. But if I wanted to get that full reduction in my risk of a cancer recurrence, then I need to add in more strength training. And strength training sessions can actually be short and simple, just your body weight. I show you exactly what to do every exercise session in the 30-day anti-cancer plan. I'm linking that up below. And last thing before bed is I plug in my electronics, leave them out of my bedroom to help me unwind and relax to get a good night's sleep. Then I like to have a snack before bed. This usually includes a little bit more protein. Today, I'm having this healthy ice cream that we actually made in our new mixer. This ice cream is only low-fat milk, protein powder, and some flavoring. It's delicious and quite healthy because even cancer survivors need a treat once in a while. Okay, but now that you have my daily routine for fighting cancer, the next thing you need to know are the 5 things that I completely stopped buying after cancer. This one is a real eye-opener. I've linked up the video here. Click the link here. I'll see you in the next video.